Dr. Chada, for sharing that insight. Please stay with us. Now we move on to Taiwan. Taiwan has condemned the harsh 20 years prison sentence handed to Hong Kong's media tycoon, Jimmy Lai. The government says the ruling under Hong Kong's national security law violates press freedom, freedom of speech, and the people's right to hold authorities accountable. Taiwan has called on China and Hong Kong to stop political persecution and immediately release Lai. Officials also urged citizens to learn from Hong Kong's experience and safeguard their own freedoms. Taiwan has described Lai's case as a proof that under one country, two systems, the rights promised to Hong Kong people have become largely empty words. Now we welcome back Dr. Asta Chada. She joins us live from Kyoto, Japan. Thank you very much, Dr. Chada, for staying with us. Now, looking at this sentence, what does his 20-year sentence signal about current state of freedom of expression in Hong Kong? Also, why has Taiwan responded rather quickly and also with firm stance about this ruling? How does this factor into Taiwan's own political messaging?
Absolutely. I mean, Mr. Lai has been the founder of Apple Daily newspaper. He's been known for his critical, ideas, whether it's regarding the administration in China or whether it's regarding the whole symbolism surrounding Hong Kong's pro-democracy protests and the movement thereafter. So he has been one of those faces, one could say. Given his age and given the sentence that has been given to him, 20 years in prison for national security offenses, I mean, there's a lot to decode there. One is the fact that given his age, a 20-year sentence in prison would essentially mean it's a life sentence. And his crimes or his, the accusation is on him for national security offenses. One needs to question exactly what were these national security offenses that he, committed, apart from trying to exercise his freedom of speech through his newspaper or trying to, act in favor of the Hong Kong's pro-democracy movement. So his sentencing, his whole life journey, his agendas, and the way he spoke, all of these are being discussed with a lot of vigor in all of East Asia, I would say. And so I'll highlight three major debates that are surrounding this sentencing. One is within Hong Kong, as you mentioned. I mean, the case is seen as the ultimate, nail in the coffin that was waiting for press freedom in Hong Kong. People are expressing their skepticism whether one country, two systems can even function anymore, can give people the kind of freedom of speech or the basic rights that were promised to them anymore. So that puts Hong Kong in a very questionable position, that puts China in a very questionable position, at least for the international audiences, obviously not mentioning here the domestic audiences who have been for a very long time leading these protests. For Taiwan, again, this is symbolically very important as a case study for their government and for their administration and for their, nationalists, to show that Hong Kong is yet another example of what happens if Taiwan does not defend its own citizens, if Taiwan does not defend its borders, if Taiwan fails to defend its autonomy and its independence. So this is in a way being used or could be instrumentalized by Taiwanese government and Taiwanese politicians to project that this is what happens, if they give up their autonomy, and gives them all the more reason to fight for this freedom against any foreign or any outside influence, even though China considers Taiwan to be part of its territory. And that brings me to the elephant in the room. China's stance on this is very, very clear right from the beginning. They have not seen Mr. Lai as a journalist. They have not seen him as a usual citizen trying to exercise freedom of speech. They have labeled Mr. Lai as a traitor who was colluding with foreign powers, who was colluding in bringing about disturbances into China's domestic matters, whether they concern Hong Kong or whether now they could be used with regard to Taiwan. So given that China has maintained the sentencing as a necessary aspect of its politics, as a necessary aspect for showing the rule of law, clearly shows that there is a division in the way people are looking at it within East Asia and even outside. What appears to be for China as important case study to show that law holds is more important and stability is more important is being looked at from Hong Kong as a case that they lost as a loss, a major loss of freedom of speech, and in Taiwan as a warning as to why they need to defend the freedom and what happens if they fail to do so.
Thank you for highlighting that, Dr. Chadab. Thank you very much. Now we move on to Thailand. Thailand is